Hey Justin, how you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, man. Is all your injuries healed up?
Yeah, dude, I'm ready to go, man. It's I heal pretty quick. We're looking at October or November for our next scrap. If it's a 145, I'm gonna need a little bit more time than I had this last time. But if it's
Yeah, yeah,
150, I'm ready to jump in right away.
yeah. That's good. I like the way that you're always staying ready for whatever's there. And obviously, like you said, the last fight was 145. How does that differ for you in like getting down to weight? You just need a few more weeks, or what is it?
Yeah, man, I wait by the skin of my teeth. It was a brutal weight cut, man. It's
Mhm.
I didn't think I was gonna make it. My coach though, Dennis Davis, Roman Isbell, Andrew Jacoby, they all believed in me, and they were counting on me to make weight. So I was the last person to weigh in on the scale. I weighed in at 146.0, dude. It's just, and then the rehydration was just, it was just all too much, man. I lost 35 pounds in a little bit more, like 3.5 weeks, and it just killed the gas tank. First round, even the first round, I mean, I felt okay at best. I didn't feel very fast. I didn't feel very strong.
Yeah,
After I dropped him with that uppercut and went in for the choke, my body was shot, man. As you can see in the second round, I just didn't have anything left in the tank for him. Third round, I tried to bring it back on, and I got hit with the knee in the face. And it doesn't matter how good a shape you're in, you get hit with the knee in the face. That fucking sucks. So.
yeah, yeah. So, like you say, your last fight was on August the 8th against Gavin Tucker. He caught you in the rear naked choke, which got you there in the end. Is that how you feel about your performance? It was just more of a gas tank issue where you didn't really feel like yourself in there because of the weight.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm not gonna say it was just the weight cut. I overtrained the fuck for that fight, man. I was doing minimum 3 to 5 hours a day of training,
Yeah,
uh, and mostly just to get my weight down. There's a lot of road work, so it's not like I wasn't in. But like when the bell rang and we came out swinging, I just didn't feel my hands were, as sharp as they usually are. I didn't really throw many left hooks, and I'm kind of, I like my left hook a lot. I threw a lot of uppercuts. When I hit him with that uppercut, he dropped. I think I had a little bit of adrenaline dump there too. Going into the second round, I just remember thinking, all right, hey, let's try to pick him up the round, get our energy back. Third round, I came in for the blitz and got hit with the knee, man.
yeah,
It's and as long as it was an exciting fight, Dana was happy, Sean was happy. I mean, I'm never happy losing, but
of
the
course.
best. I got a lot out of it, man. Gavin Tucker's a tough dude. I knew he was a tough dude. He's probably the toughest guy I've ever fought. And I wish him the best in his career, and I hope he, racks off a couple more wins here this year. As for me, man, I'm ready to go. I'm injury free. I'm probably gonna take a little bit of time off and hopefully get back in the octagon October, November, man. If it's November, it's gonna be in Vegas. If it's October, it's gonna be at Fight Island. So I'm hyped for both of them.
Yeah. Which one would you prefer? Would you like to go to Fight Island just for the experience, or?
It depends on the opponent. It depends on the weight class. If it's going to be at 145 again, I need a longer camp, and I want it to be in Vegas because I understand how everything's going to work here. Obviously, it'd be my third time. If it's Fight Island, though, shit, 55, 70, I'll show up day before and make weight and knock.
Of course. And like you say, you're always looking to make an exciting fight with whoever you're against. And I enjoyed the fight myself. It was exciting. You like you said, you caught him with that uppercut. You rushed in, tried to finish him, and eventually, I think it was the first round. You got him into a guillotine choke, and it looked really tight. I mean, he did really well to get out of it. And in the process of getting out of it, he pulled his own shorts down as well, which I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, that guy's tough, dude. I hit him with some big shots. That uppercut landed. I think I broke his nose.
Mm.
Then I went flurry. He was able to get back to his feet. If you watch the film, I hit him with another two coming down the pipe, and I saw his eyes roll back. I was like, "Fuck, here we go." And then we ended up in a guillotine choke. And I like to say I'm a guillotine specialist. To be honest, if I had to say I was really good at one move, it's a guillotine choke, man. And that choke was fucking tight, man. It was.
Mm-hmm.
I could hear him trying to breathe. I could feel his body. I was like, all right, he's about to pass out. And then his pants came down, and I kind of lost my leg hold, and he was able to get out, man. He's just a veteran, man. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's 34 years old. He's been training, for probably 20 years. And, I can't take anything away from him, dude. He's a tough guy. And, I'm honored that I was able to get in the ring and, punch him in the face.
Yeah. And obviously, after his shorts came down and he sort of moved to the side, he managed to get you into an arm triangle choke, which that also looked really tight. But what was your thinking in that? Did you know there was only a short amount of period time left in the round?
And I knew there was a short time left. And when he passed over to the arm triangle, I remember thinking in my head, all right, let him gas his arms out here. You know, honestly, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but, you know, I pride myself in not being able to be choked out. Everybody I roll with in the gym knows, like, fuck, you know, rear naked chokes, side chokes, you know, our arm triangles, like, it's not really going to finish me. And when he locked that, and I was like, "Bro, this is not good. This is a lot tighter than I anticipated it to be." I knew there was only 30 seconds left, so I expected. I was expecting him to have a very explosive, strong hold there. But in this process, I thought he was going to gas himself out because I knew I could survive 30 seconds to a minute there. But he didn't. You know, he didn't. I mean, it was a tight choke. I never was in danger of going to sleep. I think if there was another minute on the clock, I might have been in some trouble. But time being, there wasn't. And again, I was hoping that he gassed his arms out trying to finish me, but you know, he's a vet. Again, he's a black belt, dude. He knows when he has the choke, he knows when he doesn't, he knows when to squeeze, he knows when not to squeeze. And you know, unfortunately, he didn't give it. I don't think he gave it 100% because he didn't gas his arms out.
Yeah. One thing I noticed that he was doing quite well in the fight as well. He was using his kicks quite well, like kicks to the head and kicks to the body as well, the teep kick. Was that affecting you quite a lot with your obviously saying with your weight, and that was obviously taken away from your gas tank, and obviously the kicks to the body as well?
You know, he didn't land the teep kicks. He was keeping me at bay, and you know, it was a great defensive move by him. It was something I didn't really expect. You know, he was throwing 2 teep kicks to the body, and then he'd bring it upstairs for the round kicks. He'd catch me reaching. The teep kicks, again, they were more irritating than anything. But I think he did a great job because, again, when he's throwing that teep, it has me hesitant. When he's throwing the knee or the teep kick, it has me hesitant to come in because if I blitz and he throws the teep at the same time, that'll hurt. He did hit me with one good body shot. I believe it was in the first round. It was right in the liver. And I remember poker face on and making sure that he didn't know that I was hurt. But what really surprised me was how powerful he was. You know, honestly, I've been kicked 100,000 times, and you know, usually I can block and barrel through these kicks, but his rear leg kick is so powerful that, you know, I really underestimated it. And, you know, I always wondered why, like when he fought Sam Cecilia, like, why isn't he firing off these kicks? Like Gavin throws a kick and he's just standing there. But I found out why, man. It's like that guy's a powerful kicker. Every time he'd kick me, you know, I'd have to regain my footing before I come forward. So I found myself at the end of his kicks a lot. And again, man, it's just a couple things, couple small adjustments, you know, that I got to work on. And, you know, if I get 2-3 wins in a row, you bet your ass I'm calling out Gavin Tucker for a rematch.
Yeah, that would be exciting. That'd be a good fight again. So it was probably 1-1 going into the third round. And obviously, you've already mentioned you was going into blitz him and you got caught with a knee. Was the plan in the third round to try finish it, or was you content in going to decision and trying to win that way? Or
I'm never content with going to decision, man. I always want to finish the fights. I remember, you know, my corner Dennis Davis says, "Hey, you have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. If you move forward for this next 5 minutes, you know, we're going to win this fight." So, you know, right away I come out moving forward and I start throwing big punches. I kind of get the rounds mixed up. But I know I was having a little bit of success there for the first minute and a half. And, you know, I was trying to stand my ground and, you know, I got hit with the knee, dude. It is what it is. Got hit right in the face with the knee. That fucking sucked. Put me on Coors Street. And I remember stumbling back, grabbed the fence, and I saw his tempo change because he wanted to finish. And I think we had like one more exchange. And I remember briefly thinking, like, it's the second round, you know, let's just wait for the third round. But it was already the third round. So I'd take a shot. And again, you know, my stubbornness of, you know, to the point where I think I'm almost unchokeable, you know, I'm kind of sad. Got on my back. I was like, all right, we're fine here. And then I defend a rear naked choke, defend another one. I was like, motherfucker, this guy's relentless. Because a lot of guys, you know, they'll go for a couple and they stop. But he was relentless, man. And he went like his fourth or fifth one, he finally secured. And, you know, his body lock was a fucking bitch, man. If he has short legs and he was able to lock in the body around my waist. And, you know, that also wasn't great. But like, again, man, hats off to him, dude. You know, got a little too comfortable on bottom. You know, I should have never shot. I should have just, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword, got knocked out on my feet. But again, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, man. I was on Coors Street. Like, I was trying to think of what round it was. so I can say this is what I should have done or this is what I did, but, or, wish I would have did. But when it comes down to it, I took a shitty shot, and I regret it.
Yeah. Yeah. And how was it fighting a southpaw as well?
Oh, I don't care if they're southpaw or right-handed. Just, it doesn't matter. That's the first time I fought one in a while, but honestly, it just set my right hand up better. I landed my right hand a whole bunch. I was prepared for it. I'd been sparring southpaws every single training session for the last couple of weeks, so it wasn't anything that, I didn't expect or see coming. So it was fine.
Is there anything you would have changed going in?
Honestly, I just need more time for the weight cut. Like I said, 35 pounds in 3.5 weeks just was too tough for me. My body couldn't take it. Like I said, felt sluggish. If I could change anything, I can't really say I'd change anything. It's hard to say. Of course, I wish I would have moved my head when he threw that knee. But again, the way I felt physically was just terrible, man. My gas tank was on E, and I was running off pure heart. So I feel I did everything I could have for what I did. And like I said, next time, if we do go into 145, it's going to be a different plan. It's not going to be a 3-week fight. It's going to be, 6-8 week camp.
Yeah.
I can really get my weight down, have an easy weight cut, and, show the world what I really have at 145. He's a tough dude. I think he's going to be in the top 15 by the end of this year, if not middle through next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how was it going out for like your second UFC fight? Because obviously you made your debut last time, and that was a roller coaster of emotions, like knockout in the first round, everything like that. How did it differ from the first time this time?
I got the full experience, man. I just wasn't thrown into the cage and had to fight, man. I had the full week fight experience, had the anticipation, had the podcast leading up to it. I really feel like this was my UFC debut. It's like I said, I got the full experience, got a full fight camp. Well, the fullest fight camp I could have got, granted the circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, man, I don't know. It didn't matter whether it was 1 day or 3 days. There was a lot more highs and lows in this one. Obviously, in the first one, I'm just so excited that I'm in the UFC. I get in there, knock them out, Cloud9. This one, I got to deal with, a half-ass camp to where some days I felt like the champion, some days I felt like a piece of shit, and that's just the way the fight game goes. So, it didn't. I mean, it's whatever, man. It's just it's the same with every fight. It doesn't matter if it's for the UFC. It doesn't matter if it's for a small regional promotion. You go through highs and lows in your camp, and I was able to experience that. And coming out, and putting on the performance I did, I don't feel great about it. But you know what? A couple small changes here, and Justin Jaynes, the Guitar Hero, will be back.
Sweet. And like you say, like Dana, Sean Shelby, all that lot said it was an exciting fight. I'm saying it's an exciting fight. I'm sure a lot of people thought it was an exciting fight. I enjoyed watching it. So that's your main aim most of the time. Obviously, you don't like losing. Nobody does. But as long as you have exciting fights, you make us happy.
That's what it's all about. I want my bosses to be happy, and I want the fans to be happy, man. I tell you what, and I'm not just saying this, but I'd rather lose a barn burner fight of the night than win a boring grappling decision, to be honest. And I'll always. And you know what? And I hope the UFC, keeps me around for a long time because of that. Because I'm in this for the exciting fights, man. I like getting in there. I like getting bloodied up. But man, I haven't felt like that. Like I fought Troy Lamson, who was 7-0, a couple of years ago, and we went 5 rounds, and we were slugging the whole 5 rounds. I mean, I was slugging at least. I was trying to take his head off for 5 rounds, and I 5 more rounds after that. So to go 3 rounds. I'm really disappointed at the way I felt. But again, I have to contribute it to, the weight loss. And it's not an excuse. It's just a fact. It's just too much weight in too short a time.
Yeah, of course. And I believe you celebrated your birthday on the Monday after, right?
Yeah, my birthday was the Monday after. There wasn't much celebrating. Vegas is shut down right now. I had some friends come in from Michigan, and we just kind of hung out, drank a couple beers, and it wasn't anything too crazy, man. But I appreciate you mentioning it, though.
No, of course. It's good. Good to have your birthday like the next day if you win, but if you lose, I'm sure it's not the best.
Is man, I'm bummed, but I'm not. I'm not a sour sport. I'm not a poor sport, man. Gavin was the better guy that night. Like I said, I'm going to get 2 or 3 wins here in a row. And you bet your ass Justin Jaynes is calling out Gavin Tucker on a full cam.
Yeah, and like you say, if you get a couple of wins, like we spoke before, and you said once you get a few more wins in the UFC, there's a few people you want to call out, and now you've got Gavin Tucker to that list as well. But
yeah, absolutely. And I'm
there,
always expanding my list. I'm always expanding my list.
is there anyone in mind for a next fight now?
Yeah, I was talking to Jason, my manager, actually just yesterday, man. And if we go to Fight Island, I'd love to. It'd be an honor to fight Clay Guida right now. Legend of the sport. He last fight. I lost my last fight. It only makes sense. It'd be at 155. And being a huge Clay Guida fan, I think that there's no bigger form of respect, I guess, than to call out one of your favorite fighters of all time. And I think over these next couple weeks, I think, like I said, Clay lost his last fight to Bobby Green. I just lost my last fight. Let's meet at 155 and slug it out.
That would be one hell of a fight.
Hell yeah, man! Like I said, I'm a huge Clay Guida fan. I have nothing but respect for him. I'd be fanboying at the fucking weigh-ins, trying to take pictures of us together, and super exciting. And just to get hit by him and me to hit him would be a fucking staple in my career. Because like I said, he's a fucking legend, man. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame, and I know he never won a title, but he was always right there, and his relentless pace was always something that I always admired growing up through the ranks.
Is there anyone else in the UFC that you look up to like that?
Martin Kampman, former friend, former coach, former training partner. I moved to Denmark right now, but I tell you what, man, that guy has the heart of the lion, and I've learned so much, not just about technical fighting, but about life in general, of dealing with wins and losses. Randy Couture, my boss at Extreme Couture, I remember the first time I lost a fight in Hawaii, and I was all bummed, and he comes over, and he could tell someone was wrong, and he said, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Man, I just lost my first pro fight." And he laughed. He goes, "If the worst thing in your life that you lose a fight, like, you're doing pretty good." And I was like, well, kind of put it in perspective. And, the list could go on, man. Working in Extreme Couture, I'm constantly, meeting and training with and talking to all these high-level UFC caliber fighters or legit fighters, so go on and on about that. But as for growing up in Vegas, Clay Guida was my favorite fighter. He's still active. I'm still active. He lost his last fight. I lost mine. Justin Jaynes versus Clay Guida, 2020 in Abu Dhabi or Las Vegas, Apex. I'm good for both of them.
That was a very good promo. I'm going to clip that bit and put it on Instagram. So that's all the questions from me, Justin.
Yeah, no worries. Chop it up. Questions, feel free, shoot me a message.
If you've got anything you want to say.
Hey, man, no, I hope everyone was entertained. Thank you to all my coaches, Dennis Davis, Andrew Jacoby, Roman Isbell, for making sure I made weight. Mike Conflitti was there the whole way, again, making sure I made weight. Hope everyone was entertained with my fight. It wasn't my best fight, but it is what it is. Shout out to Lane Frostbrand. Shout out to Self Equipment. Shout out to, Bump Box. And shout out to Evolve Fitness, Nutrition. And Iridium Sports and Extreme Couture, of course. If it wasn't for all you guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So again, thank you everyone so much. I'm coming back. The real Justin Jaynes will show up next time, and we'll knock somebody out. Great.
And I've just got to say something about my sponsor, and you might be interested in this as well. It's going to be a new app that's launching in about October, November. Basically, it's called Easy Cut, and what it does is it tracks everything to do with your weight cut, basically your hydration, how much weight you lose, the sort of fluctuations in your weight, that everything basically, all that sorts of stuff, and you can import the data to compare it to previous weight cuts and stuff like that. So it might be good for you for cutting down to 145.
Yeah, anything to help me cut down to 145 is crucial, man. I tell you what, like, I wasn't sure. I thought I was going to make it. Then I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. And then I was pointing it over with 30 minutes left. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to make it. And, Dennis Davis got on my ass, and, we got it done, man. If anything, I might have lost the fight, but I won a battle, by getting down and knowing that I can make weight if I need. If it's a big payday, I'll do it again in 3 or 4 weeks. But for a regular fight, I just can't. My body's just I'm just not designed that way. But yeah, I'd be love to check out the app and see what it's all about.
Yep, I'll let you know when it's all launched.